Okay, guys, I'm back. Um, so, continuing from the first part. So, ultimately, I got 364 days. And because I think anybody knows this, a year or longer, or over a year, you got to go to prison. And when I went to court, and that judge said to me that I could possibly, Mr. So and so, I could be possibly facing prison time over this. And guys, I'm telling you, your heart will sink. I mean, you can't even describe that feeling. I was scared. I'm not going to lie. I was really scared. I mean, I really thought, oh my God, I'm in a ton of trouble. Fortunately, you know, it didn't result in the worst it could have. But, so anyway, after my time that I did in jail, um, like I said, just in in a nutshell, I mean, you guys, it really makes you think. I had a lot of time to think about it. I had time to write a letter to the police officer that, worked my case. Told him I'm sorry for being disrespectful because that wasn't the real me, and he was able to hear my apology. Because let's be honest about police officers, guys get a bad rap right now. You know, um, but it's my choices. I think this world would be so much better if people would just look back and say, you know what, my choices got me here, and this is where I kind of really settled down and thought about that. Like, Dustin, you gotta look in the mirror. Nobody did this to you except you. So, anyway, after I did that stint in jail, eventually, oh, and by the way, here's another thing you're gonna like. Sometimes, like they told me, one day they just woke me up and said, guess what? You're going to a halfway house. Well, I was like, oh, okay. So, halfway house, I mean, they're okay, guys. Unfortunately, like I said, you're going to have people there that are just there for the wrong reasons. But, you just got to remember most of the ground working on yourself. So, in total, the halfway house was great, for what it was. I made the best out of a bad situation. I was there about a year and a half. And again, focusing on myself, participating in the programs that they had to offer, getting a job, getting reintroduced to the community. And in this halfway house, I ain't gonna say where, but it was about 90 miles from where my hometown is. So, and this is kind of where I first started to get to see my family again, where they'd come up and visit me after about, give or take, about 6 months of not seeing them. And I get emotional about it because I was so happy just to see them, just to see somebody I knew that cared about me. Because when you're in a place, guys, where nobody cares about you, it doesn't have your best interests, it sucks. I mean, but you know what? Like I said, it was a good thing. It really taught me a lot. It taught me how to be a better man. It taught me how to go down a right path in life. And overall, it just taught me how to just be myself. I mean, I am what I am, because I live that other road, trying to impress people and trying to, you know, going above and beyond, act out of character. But you know what? I am what I am. You know, as long as I'm okay in my own skin, then it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. I mean, I can take advice, you know, I can listen to opinions, but in the end of the day, I control me. So this halfway house, like I said, it was really good. Like I said, they made you do some good things, you know, taught you how to save money, taught you how to, you know, get up every day at a certain time, go to classes, stuff like that. Anybody who's, like I said, anybody that's been there knows what I'm talking about. And, yeah, I mean, I know this is kind of a vague story, but there's really not much to say about it, guys. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. Addiction is a nasty demon. And whether it's alcohol, booze, well, booze, alcohol, same thing. But, you know, prescription pills, meth, whatever it is, whatever your drug of choice is, there's a way out. I know, because I've seen it. You know, I had some shitty days, I'm not going to lie, you know. This heart surgery was not fun. The complication was not fun. But a bottle of booze ain't going to solve anything. And I think for the first time through that whole process, despite me having a little bit of falling off the wagon, but I was quick to get right back on. And that's just, unfortunately, guys, we live in a cruel world. People are going to judge you. People judge me all the time for being overweight because of the fact that I've been to jail. Whatever. I mean, it's just part of my story. It makes me a stronger person. It made me what I am. Because, from, like I said, if you knew my track record, if I got caught everything I did, I still should be sitting in prison. You know? I just thank God I didn't kill somebody or did something really bad that I can't undo. I have that choice in life now. I can go down the right road. Like one of my relatives said, there's a fork right in the middle of the road. This side is sunny and bright, and this side is dark and rainy and cold. And a crap life. Well, I've been down the crap life, and it ain't fun. It sucks. Jail sucks. The food's horrible. The bedding is horrible. It's not a place where you want to be, guys. And like I said, I only did some time. But my God, I couldn't imagine doing 10, 20, 30 years. But that's what it'll land you. Believe me, I got a kick in the ass. So, guys, I guess all I can say is that I don't know it all. I don't have the worst story. I don't have the best story. I don't need to. It's my story. And I'm not going to lie, you know, I have a hard time trusting people. You know, after being in a place like that, makes you really hard to trust people. It still kind of plays with my mind once in a while, but I got to remember. I mean, outside of my family, I really only got one guy in person that I can really call my friend, and he actually watches my videos. You know, where I got one guy, one person outside of my family that I can truly call a friend. I mean, think about that. How many people can you really truly call a friend? If you're watching this video, you know who you are. But, because people can say they'll be there for you, how many of them really will be there for you? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with keeping your circle small. I got told many years ago, more people you know, the more trouble you get into. And that's the God honest truth. Anyways, guys, that's part of my story. That is the story. If you guys got any questions, feel free. I mean, I'll answer it. You want to know anything, If you got a relative or a friend that's struggling with addiction or has been in jail or prison, or if you yourself, don't have to be ashamed of it. It is what it is. But either you learn from it or you keep making the same shitty mistake. There's the fork. You got to choose. Anyways, guys, I wanted a serious video tonight. And this is kind of my serious kind of spot. This is pretty nice, actually. But anyway, take care, guys. I hope you have a great night.